Hi guys, it's Paula here with Vanish Crafty Designs, and it is Let's Talk Tuesday. So I thought for today we might do like a little whip and chat for our talk. I am home, so you might hear the dryer clicking and you might hear the dishwasher going, and you know, when I'm home I've got to catch up, and that's what happens. But anyway, I thought today we would do a little whip and chat. I've got a little further away from the canvas. I'm working on A Moment on Memory Lane. It's Chuck Pinson. This is Chuck Along month, September. And it's also my Drills and Chills canvas. So it's kind of doing two things. But I really like it. It's come along beautifully. And there are ABs in here that are just stunning. Just stunning. So I thought what we would do is we would review the week, and I would do a little diamond painting, and then that way I'm a little further along. It is around the 23rd of September, and I need to get this thing done by the end of September, which gives me about a week and a half, maybe, if that much, maybe less. But anyway, I'm doing pretty good. I think it's almost here to the end. I think we're going to make it for September. Then I got to figure out what I'm going to do for October. I'm sure I have a lot of stuff I can do. I've got some ideas. For sure. And I'm still working on my mom's Christmas, which is the fuchsia hummingbirds. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to move you down a little bit, and we'll just kind of start working and talking. Hold on just a second. All right, I think I'm a little closer for you and still being able to work a little bit. Well, this week I have a convention that I have to go to, so I probably will be doing a couple of, sorry if this is shaking the camera. It's on the tripod attached to the desk. I will be going to a convention for my genre of music. I work at a radio station that plays Christian music, but it plays what some people call old-timey music, or we got Southern gospel, bluegrass gospel, and Christian country, or faith in country. And those are genres. They're not real big genres for the majority of music, but that's where I work. And I will go down to their convention for a couple of days. It takes me about 4 hours from where I live to get there. I will stay a couple nights. I've got some broadcasting meetings to go to, and then I'll get to go into a couple concerts and talk with some people. I've been doing this for about 10 years, so for me it is, I have a lot of friends too, so I'll get to meet with my friends, and we'll eat and talk and enjoy fellowship. And then I should be back in a couple days, back to work, back to my schedule. In a way, it is working, but it's kind of like a mini vacation, and that's good for me. I like it. I do that every year, and it's the last week in September. So, and then that's what's coming up for me. But last week, what I actually did was, the week wasn't too bad. It was the weekend because we helped my daughter. She had a booth in an event called the Honey Fest, which is right here in my town, like 2 blocks away. And so town was buzzing, and my daughter had a booth. She makes clay earrings out of polymer clay, and I think she's making some keychains and things now. So we helped her put a booth up, and we finally, in our area, got some rain Sunday. It was so nice. Got a little bit yesterday, hoping that we get a little bit more today. It shows we get some in the forecast every day this week, so I don't know, but I hope we do. It cools things down from summer and takes us into fall, and I love fall for sure. So yeah, that's kind of what I've been doing. I've been taking it day by day, and I've been diamond painting. I've been ordered a few more things, but I have so much, and Christmas is not very far away. So what my thoughts were to do was just to kind of get into my stash and all the stuff, believe me, the things I haven't had a chance to open or even show you guys, and do that. I will tell you, on Premier canvases, for Premier, I tend to purchase the most from Diamond Art Club. And I think it's because the access is easier, and I do like the diamond paintings, you know. I order from Dreamers Design, but it seems to take a little bit longer for me to get them, and I don't know. There's just, you know, I've bought pretty much what I like from there at this point. I'm sure new stuff will come out. And I will every once in a while get something from a group called The One with the Diamond Art. It's in UK. And I get stuff from Jada Gem Shop. But usually when I order those things, I'm ordering, you know, it's like a pre-order. I'm making a specific size I want. And so when you do that, it takes much longer to get the items. So that's my main 4 that I order from. And then I have gotten something from Radiance. And I have gotten something from Bella de Nicole. But yeah, I think that's the main ones. You know, I don't have as much from them as I do from Diamond Art Club and Dreamers Designs. But yeah, they've had some new releases. I watched that. They drop on Diamond Art Club. Now, I know that the premieres are kind of expensive. However, if you can catch them when they're having a sale and, you know, accumulate those points from when you do purchase. I have gotten what I basically call free canvases at one time, maybe twice, I think. I've saved until I had a $100 coupon. And, you know, that got me either one humongous canvas for basically free, because most of them run about $78.99, or several little canvases, you know. So, I mean, they have canvases that run $20.99, and, you know, little off canvas things also. So I mean, but I like, you know, the budget friendly too. I've went through several of the budget friendly. I like Coup Deals. That one had a little tag on it, so that's trash. I like Coup Deals. I like, of course, you know, the stuff I get from Temu. I have ordered from Craftsy, I think it's called Craftsy. Might be pronouncing that wrong. I have not gotten anything from like Fan Sales or GBK. I think that's one. I did buy a couple canvases from Signature. But the thing that I am seeing, other than Coup Deals now, they have some stuff that's what I call a little more original. But Fan Sales and Temu and New Day and all that, they all seem to have the same images per se, maybe in different sizes. And Signature seems to have the more, the nicer canvases, you know, the ones with the scallops and all that. They seem to have that like Coup Deals does. Maybe, you know, and for the most part, all those, I mean, they can be good canvases. Yeah, you can buy stuff that's not so good, I will tell you. That happens too. But depending on what you do, what you want to work on, you know, I love these big canvases. I love these. This one here is, I would guess people would consider it big. But now I'm wondering, as I am doing these canvases, especially the bigger ones, what am I going to do with it? I mean, I hate the idea of just hanging it up on a rack and it's sitting there and I have no place for it, because there's a lot of work put in these and a lot of time, and they're beautiful. The shading and stuff, you know, I can put my finished art that's smaller, I can put it into my portfolios, because I have some portfolios, and you know, I can sit down like a photo album and open them up and look at them and see the art, and kind of have that to show, you know. But these big ones, I mean, the wall space, and yeah, there's some bigger portfolios. I've gotten a few bigger ones, but still not big enough for the really large canvases. And so I don't know. I've got a couple places, I think, that I can hang them. I just want to see them up on the wall, because these big canvases like this, they're just gorgeous in color, and they need to be put up. And so what I'm thinking I'm going to do is, my next thing to try is to try to mount these on, I'm going to try to mount them on like foam, you know, and foam board, and put some of them on the wall. I know I can go to like Hobby Lobby and they'll dry mount, or Michael's, whatever. Whoop, sorry, I didn't mean to hit the camera. And I might do that too. I don't know. There's one or two that might be done, because they are just, they're just gorgeous, and I would like to have them on the wall. And then the others are beautiful too. So here we go. You know, hard to decide. So anyway, right now I am working with rounds on this canvas, and this number is True Red 666. I don't know if y'all can see that, a little container there. And so that's what I'm doing. The colors in this particular canvas are absolutely gorgeous. They're red and they're orange and different shades of red. And then the AB, I don't know if y'all can see it, and I've got more of this, I think. But this AB, this orange AB, oh my gosh. I don't know if I can get it out or not. It is absolutely beautiful. And I'm going to show you a little bit on the side. And I'm going to mix these up and make a mess. That's okay. Don't look at the red. Can you see that orange AB? Oh my gosh, it is just gorgeous. And there's a lot of that. This is one canvas that has just enormous amount of ABs, and it's all this beautiful orange, and I love it. So anyway, and somebody's gonna say, you're gonna mix all those up, and you're right, I probably am. That's okay, I'll figure it out. I'll sort it out. Working with my little tray here from Diamond Art Club that has my little Snoopy and Woodstock Diamond Art Club sticker on it. That I love those. Those are some of my favorites. As you all know, I am a diehard Snoopy fan for sure. Snoopy is a cool beagle now. All right. I hope everyone is doing well this week. And diamond painting or whatever craft you do, maybe you're not diamond painting right now. Maybe you're doing something else. I went to Family Dollar the other day looking to see, just was out to see if there was any little diamond art in Family Dollar. Where I went, there was not. But they did have these little things that, the little funny faces or whatever that you can put on a pumpkin. And they're plastic, so you can use them again and again. And I think it cost me $1.50. But I got me a little pumpkin face that I'll probably, and a little light to go in down in my pumpkin. And so I'll have to do a jack-o'-lantern this year. I try to put something like that out. I don't do a lot of fall decorating outside. I do more in my house. But I do at Halloween. I have a porch on the main drag down here that it's like on my building. It's not really on my house. But I'll go over there, me and my husband, and we'll sit out and trick or treat. We'll give out candy, and you know, that we'll probably have 50 if it's a good night. If it's not raining or cold here on Halloween, we may have 70, 80 trick-or-treaters, which is pretty cool. Because a lot of them now don't really trick-or-treat up and down the street. They go to safe places, you know, or there's like trunk or treat. So, which I think our church is going to have something like that. So maybe doing trunk or treat this year. I don't know. But we try to give out candy somewhere, some way, for sure. We enjoy the kids and getting to do activities with them, for sure. Our grandkids and other kids, church kids, we consider them like our grandkids. So, and I know people say it's a pagan holiday. You know what? Life is what you make it. You know, if you can tell somebody about the Lord, it doesn't matter. He said, you know, we're not worshiping the devil. We know who he is, and we don't worship him. And we know times have changed, and we just want to make sure that these kids are safe and, you know, get candy and do some fun activity. That's basically what we try to do. So they're not out here on the street somewhere running into somebody that's going to harm them. And that can happen any day. It doesn't have to be October the 31st, as we see in the news. So we try to do our best to train our children in the good ways and to help them through things that they're going to go through, and try to keep them safe, if at all possible, to keep them safe. All right, so which I'm not about scary, so scary, not my thing. But I do love all the pumpkins and the scarecrows, which are not necessarily scary as long as they're fun scarecrows. And, you know, a lot of the kids will come up with something so interesting, like, you know, my son's name is Jake, and I think my grandson's name is Jake. And I think one year he dressed up as Jake from State Farm. You know, just things that's fun. It's got to be fun. We live in a world where there's a lot of sadness and a lot of stress and a lot of hatefulness, and we need to smile. We need to tell people there is a good day, you know. Getting caught up in negative thought, as my grandmother would say, misery loves company. I'm going to move this up a little bit. And what that basically meant was, if you are in a mindset where you're miserable all the time, you will make other people miserable, and you like the idea because that way you feel like you're justified in your feelings. And maybe you are justified in your feelings, but hurting others, there is no justification in that. None whatsoever. It is not good. It is terrible, because we all, you know, we all struggle. And we all have problems, and you don't know what somebody's problem is. You don't know what they're dealing with. And when you're mean to other people, you just don't know. You know, one of these days, that judgment could come back on you. Something could happen to you, and you need support. And people neglect you because you neglected them. You know, it's a circle thing. It happens. All right, well, I've quit my preaching now. Anyway, I hope everybody is having a good day or enjoying the videos. And I'm working toward that 500 mark. I think I'm at 422. Once I get there, we're going to have a giveaway. But yeah, I am very pleased at the rate that this little channel is going. I know I've been watching others like, you need this, you need to do that. I am going to let this channel go itself, and I'm going to post videos, and I'm hoping that you will enjoy them. And, you know, right now, the little let's talk, if you've got something you're working on, get it out, and I'll ramble on for a few minutes, and we'll work on this together. That way you feel like maybe that, you know, you got a crafting buddy, and that's cool. I like that. I do it myself. I have several ladies I get on and chat with, and on live chats, or I, you know, if I'm available, I do a Zoom every once in a while if I'm available. And I enjoy that. That is very therapeutic for me, that socialization. Well, I'm getting to where I think in my little square, because my square goes from right here on over. I think I'm getting to where I've got almost all my 666 done. And 666 is the DMC color for True Red. So that's what I'm trying to finish up here in my little corner. All right, I'm working on it. I'm a working. I think I'm almost there. Got a few right over here. And it never fails that I will miss one or two, but that's okay. That'll be fine. That'll be fine. I'll just get that color back out if I have to, and I will fill it up. So I know I'm looking, there's some more events coming up. There's like a winter jingle thing that's kind of Christmassy that's coming up. I think it's Lindsay, Dragonflies, and Fairy Lights, I think. And then Summer Sparkling Good Times. She's going to do seasonals for 2026. So it's like whenever winter season starts, which will be, well, it kind of starts in 2025, you know. We'll go winter, then we'll go spring, then we'll go summer, and then we're back to fall. So that's something you can check her out. And if I can remember, I will tag some of these ladies in my description box. I have a tendency to forget to do that, and I will try to remember that you can go check them out. Check out their channels. There's so many good channels on here. I just enjoy them so much. All right, guys, I think I have got all, in this little section, I got all of my 666 in. Now I'm going to have to separate out my drills again. But I hope you had a good day and you have a good week. I will try to talk to you again next Tuesday on our Tuesday Let's Chat video. Kind of gives you some updates and just get to talk and listen to me go on about how we should be good to people and be good to each other. And it's the truth. All right, until next time, like, subscribe, share, comment. Let me know you're out there. And let me know what you're doing, you know. Let me know in the comments what you're working on. And it doesn't have to be diamond art, just whatever you're working on. All right. And be safe, be happy, be blessed. And I'll talk to you again. Bye-bye.